Hello friends. So in this video I am going to discuss the full length mock which I shared on my Telegram channel. So this is the first part of the video. In this video I will discuss first 30 question and next 30 question we'll be discussing in next part. So let's start with the questions first. So the question is, which of the following service is responsible for changing the source IP address of a packet to the IP address of the public interface on the router? So public interface is the key here. So this correct answer for this is NAT. What is NAT? NAT is network address translation. So what is this network address translation? So as the name is specified, it must be translating something. So what it does is it just translates the private IP address to public IP address. So what does this mean? Translate private to public. So actually what it does is, like in an organization or in somewhere where we have a group of IP address. So for internal purpose we have a group of IP address, but for general public or for the external group, it will represent only unique one IP address that will represent entire group of network. That is the work of NAT, network address translation. So suppose we have this much IP address, and with NAT we will show it as a one IP address. All this will be shown as one IP address. I hope this is clear. Next is a special method that is used to initialize a class object. Very simple question, we know this is known as constructor. Constructors are used to initialize the class object. Next is a message that is sent out on network and is destined for a group of system is known as. So it is asking for a group of system. So we know this is multicast. What is broadcast? Broadcast is message should be sent to the all of the host in the network. That is broadcast. Unicast means one to one, one sender and one receiver. Anycast means near one. Suppose this is a sender and there are many receivers. Let's say these are receivers. So suppose for these group we have to send, that is known as multicast. For everyone we have to send, that is known as broadcast. We have to send for one. Suppose this is the sender and we have to send this one. So by this to this is unicast. And anycast means whoever will be nearest in this network that will receive the message. Suppose this is nearest, so it will send here, that is a anycast. There is nothing called group cast. It is. I hope this is clear. Next is, Sue is having trouble understanding some network concepts and asks you to help identify address type. Okay. Which of the following is considered a layer 2 address? What is layer 2? Layer 2 is data link layer. And we know data link layer deals with MAC address. So which one of these are MAC address? This we know this is IP address. This is some web server, website. This is nothing. This is port address. Option D is the MAC address. So we know MAC address is 6 byte long and port address is 2 byte long. And IP address is, if IPv4 then 4 byte, if IPv6 then we know 128 bits are there. So the correct answer is D, that is MAC address. Next is, which of the following is not a data definition language? So create is a DDL, drop DDL, alter is also DDL, delete is not a data definition language. This is data manipulation language, DML. So this I have discussed in my previous video. DDL, DML, all concepts are there in detail there. Next is, in OSI network architecture, the dialog control and token management are responsibility of. So dialog control and token management is all part of session layer. So establishing a session requires dialog control and token management. So answer is session layer. Next is, the process of defining two or more methods within the same class that have same name but different parameter list is. This is known as method overloading. Option A. Next is, SQL slammer is which type of attack? SQL slammer is denial of service attack. Next is, like clause is used to find which of the following SQL? Distinct record, specified record, metadata, all type of records, all records from a table. So like is used for find specified record pattern. We have discussed like clause also in our previous video. If you are not clear, you can go and watch that video. Okay, next is program output. So what will be the output of this program? Okay, int main m is equal to 1. Okay, so printf %d is equal to 1 is %s slash n m. Okay, this %d will map to this m, and this %s will be mapped to these places, either true or false. So first it will come m, and m value is 1. So it will be 1 equal 1. This thing will be as it is. Then is will become there. Then here we have to check. If m is equal to 1, then it will print true, else it will print false. So option is 1 is equal to 1, then it will print true, is true. So option is B. 1 is equal to 1 is true. I hope this is clear. Next is which of the following create metadata? So options are DML compiler, DML preprocessor, DDL interpreter, query interpreter, and DCL compiler. So the correct answer for this is DDL interpreter. So what is this DDL interpreter? Actually DDL is what? Where we create the create table and all those commands. So what it will do? It will just interpret those commands. And what is metadata? Metadata is data about data. Suppose we are giving some create table and we are giving column names. What is the primary key? Those things we will give there. So it will just, this is what we known as metadata, because what data we are storing in table we can understand by seeing the column name. So that's what is the task of DDL interpreter. It will interpret those commands, the DDL commands, and save it as a metadata. Okay, what is this DML preprocessor? DML preprocessor, what it does is, whenever we are writing some application program and we have some SQL queries within the application program. So when we are compiling that program, the task of preprocessor is to just segregate the SQL command from application program and change it to a procedural call. So suppose we are writing some code, then within there some SQL command is there, some SQL code is there, then again code is there. So what this preprocessor will do, it will remove it from here, and this will go separately for compilation, and it will again go to DML compiler to get compiled it separately. What DML compiler will do, it will check whether SQLs are correct or not, and by proper time management both will be combined and a object code will be produced. This is part of compilation process. So we should know what is DML preprocessor and what is DML compiler. Okay. Next is, in the Ethernet network, what method is used to access the media? So Ethernet is using CSMA/CD. Ethernet is what? IEEE 802.3. And CSMA/CD is using 802.11. What is 802.11? This is wireless, like Wi-Fi. And this is for Ethernet. So the correct option is CSMA/CD. Next is, what is VSAT? VSAT, you must have heard about VSAT. VSAT is very small aperture terminal. Correct answer is option A, very small aperture terminal. This is used for communication. Mainly POS devices are using VSAT. Okay. Next is, dash creates an arc oblique curve between two tangent. So which function does this? The correct answer is arc2 function. Whenever we have to create arc between two tangents, arc2 is used. Option B. Arc is a 5 parameter functions, and this is used to create quadratic curve. Now next question is very easy. We have to find 1's complement. So if triangle represent 1 and 0 represent 0, then 1 complement. Okay, so this is very, what is the 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 is the original. We have to just change 1 to 0, but 0 to 1. So 1 0 0 1 1 0. So answer is option B. Okay. So next is, common gateway interface is which of the following? So we should know what is common gateway interface. So this is a gateway program, or we can say a middleware. What it does, it just uses a set of rules and it just passes the user request to the web resources such as web server or web application and send it response back to the user. So the correct answer for this is option E. It is an interface. It is an interface that accepts, and then again whatever I have said, it will return or send the response back that may be written in any language that produces executable file. So it is kind of gateway kind of thing or middleware kind of thing. So odd even sort is also known as, we know odd even sort is brick sort. So what is odd even sort? Odd even, suppose we have some number given a 3, 7, 1, 4, 9, 2. So it will have two parts. First it will have odd pass, second is will have even pass. So what are odd pass? So see, this is, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So gap between this. So first it will sort with odd pass. So 3, 7 will be sorted, then 1, 4 will be sorted, and this 9, 2 will be sorted. So 3, 7 is already sorted, 1, 4 is already sorted, 9, 2 will replace their place. It will become now 2, 9. Now in next pass, all the even places will be sorted. So sort will be there 7, 1 and then 4, 2. So 7, 1 it will replace their places. So here it will be 3, then 1, then 7, then 2, then 4, then 9. Again odd pass and then similar way even pass. That's how this sort works. This sort also have first time complexity as order of n square. Okay. Next is, in point-to-point network, OSPF hello packets are addressed to which IP address? So we should know what is OSPF hello packets. So OSPF hello packets are just sample packets to check the connectivity with their neighbors. So the IP address which is used here is 224.0.0.5. So at this IP address, OSPF hello packets are received and sent. What is this? 127.0.0.1. This is a loopback address. Next is, jangling tuple within a database represents breach in which of the following? So the answer for this is differential integrity. What is differential integrity? Whenever between the 2 or 3 tables we are establishing a parent-child relationship, and if that is breached, then it is known as dangling tuple, or the same integrity is known as differential integrity. And 19th is, in a relation, functional dependency is given A, B, C, D, A, B, C is deriving E, C is deriving A. Find number of candidate keys. Okay, we have discussed it many times, but let's again see how we have to solve this. So firstly what we have to see is, we have to look into the right hand side of. So in right hand side we have to see what is not present. So we have 5 attributes A, B, C, D, E, and see what are the attributes is not present in the right hand side of the dependencies. So A is present, E is present, C, D is present. So only thing which is not present is B. So that means B will definitely be the part of the candidate key. Now with the given dependency, see what B can derive. We know that B can derive at least B itself. Okay, and is there anything which B alone can derive? No. AB can derive, ABC can derive, and C can derive. B cannot derive anything alone. So means there are something which needs to be added with B. So let's start with A. So first write down AB. Now see what AB can derive. We know AB can derive A, B, and anything. Yeah, here we can see AB can derive CD also. So means CD can also be derived. And we can see ABC combinedly can derive E also. So we have ABC already. So E also will come. So yeah, AB can derive all the 5. So AB is one candidate key. So we have found our first candidate key, which is AB. We can write down AB. Okay. Now we have to see whether, see, we have started with B and now we have added A. So we have to see whether A is present in the right hand side of any of the dependencies. So we can see, yeah, A is present here. So C can derive A, so we can replace A with C. Second is CB. Okay, now C, whether C is present in the right hand side. No, C is not present in the right hand side. So here we found our two candidate key, AB and CB. So answer is 2, option B. I hope this is clear. Next is, what is the subnet ID of a host with an IP address this? Okay. So what is this slash 21 means? Means the subnet has 21 number of ones. So these are 4 octets. Okay. So 21 means what? 8 ones, then 8 1, then in third octet we will have 5 1. Okay. So this, whenever we will AND this 172 with 8 1, it will be 172 itself. Then 16 with 8 1, it will be 16 itself. Now this 6, what is the binary of 6? How can we write 6? So it will be 1 1 0. Okay, and here all the 5 will be 0 only. 0 0 0 0 0, and it is 21, so we have 5 ones here. Okay, so these 5 will one come will here, and this 3 will be 0. So when we will AND, so these all 0 and 5 1, this will become 0, and here 1 1 0 0 0, it will also become 0. So it will become 172.16.0.0. So answer is D. So what you have to do is, very simple method is, whatever is given here, just note down that number of ones and do an OR. That's it. Next is, dash is a collective term for a number of Ethernet standards that carry traffic at the nominal rate of 1000 Mbps against the original Ethernet speed of 10 Mbps. So this is fast Ethernet. Answer is A. Next is, in IPv6 addresses that start with 8 zeros, they are very special address. These are known as reserved address. So answer is reserved address. We have discussed what is unicast, multicast, anycast, and broadcast. Next is, if a host broadcasts a frame that includes the source and destination hardware address. What is hardware address? This is MAC address that topic you're talking about. So MAC address, if it is they are talking about, means what? This is the part of data link layer. Also they have given frames. So frames is the part of data link layer, and its purpose is to assign IP address to itself. So what it is telling, we know MAC address, and what it is doing is it is assigning IP address. So MAC to IP they're talking about. Which protocol at the network layer does the host use? We know which protocol transforms MAC address to IP address. It is RARP protocol. So answer is RARP, and reverse is ARP. Whenever we have IP address and we want to change it to MAC address, at that place ARP protocol is being used. Okay, next is, software that enables the sharing of cloud providers' physical compute and memory resources across multiple virtual machines. So what is this? This is hypervisor. What is hypervisor? It is the methodology or method to share one resource with multiple virtual machine. So VM virtual works is also kind of hypervisor only. Next is, what is a hardware register that contains status information of the processor? So that is known as status register. So what is this stack pointer? Stack pointer contains the address information of last program which was requested in stack. That address contains the stack pointer. And so what is this program counter? Program counter holds the address of the current instruction which is being executed. That holds the program counter. And what is this accumulator? Accumulator used to hold the current ALU or current process, whatever the current is being processed, that is being held in accumulator, like intermediate result we can say. And what is this memory buffer register or memory data register? Both are the same thing. So it stores the data which is being transferred from memory to storage. Data is being used in memory buffer register. Next is, in ER diagram, nothing is total, it should be multi-valued only. Multi-valued attributes is represented as, so multi-value attribute is represented as double oval. So what is this multi-valued attribute? So the attributes which can have more than one values, which is multi-valued. For example, email ID. Any person can have more than one email ID, or telephone number. Anyone can have more than one telephone number. So what is this dashed oval? Dashed oval is represented for derived attribute. What is this derived attributes? Attributes which can be derived from any given attributes. For example, age. If we know the date of birth of any person, we can derive age. So age can be considered as derived attribute, and it will represent in ER diagram as dashed oval. How double line? What is double line? Double line is used to denote total participation. Who gives total participation? So weak entities. What are weak entities? The entities who do not have any primary keys, those are weak entities. So weak entities are being shown as double rectangle. So entities with rectangle, attributes with oval, and relationship with diamond. So weak entity, double rectangle, and their relationship with the lines, and total participation means double line. So double rectangle also we have seen. And what is triangle? Triangle is used to see generalization and aggregation. I hope it is clear. These are very important. One or two questions will come from here. Next is what is the output of the C program? Okay. So int I is equal to 2, percentage plus I. Okay. So here plus I will become 3, pre-increment, and here it will become 4. And once it will become 4, then this instruction being executed. So at that time it is 4 and 4 when it will start printing. So the answer is option C, 4, 4. Next is, what is the condition of page fault in operating system? So what is page fault? Page fault means the page which is requested is not present in the memory. So let's see what is the correct option. The page is in memory. No, the page is not in memory. Yeah, option C is correct option. Correct answer. The page is not in main memory. Next is, the process which has completed its task but still its entry is present in process table is known as, this process are known as zombie process. Since the process is completed but in process table its entry is present. What is orphan process? Suppose there are one process, it have one child process. So the parent process is completed but still child's process is running. That is known as orphan process. And what is daemon process? Daemon process is the process which starts when the computer starts and which ends when the computer ends. Means user or somewhere no one can control or terminate this process. It will automatically run. That process is known as daemon process. Next question is, what is the output of below code snippet? Okay. Int a is equal to 10. If a is less than 10, then for I, see, we have not declared I anywhere here. So this will give a compilation error. So option correct answer is D, compilation error. So these 30 questions we have discussed from 31 to 60. I will discuss in another video. That video will come maybe by tonight or maybe by tomorrow morning. So I will share answer PDF for this 30 question on my Telegram channel. You can join me on Telegram. So till then, thank you for watching. Keep learning. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you so much.